is Jay Hillingworth here. I don't care if you're playing PlayStation, Nintendo, Wii, 64, 32, 4, PlayStation 3, 4, Xbox X1. I don't know what those things are, but I know if you're playing, make sure you're listening to RG Television.
Good word, it's your boy Mastermind, man. And we got my favorite co-host in the building with me, man.
All right, Fred Freeze.
Yeah, man. Today, man, we're gonna be talking about the Xbox X. That's the correct name.
Yeah.
The main topic of this episode is called the Catch Up. We're gonna be talking about multiple segments, multiple topics into this segment, but mostly touching on the Xbox X. We're gonna be talking about a lot of technical details about the Xbox X and comparing it with the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, when they announced the Xbox One X, man, I said the Xbox One X. I got used to that name, aka Scorpio.
Yes.
It's pretty cool, man. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw a lot about it, especially, I checked out when they did the initial rollout, and I checked out all the scuttlebutt that was coming out before it, so yeah.
Man, it's pretty amazing, man. I'm going to roll out some of the details, some of the technical details. You're looking at 4K gaming, true 60 frames per second, versus with the PlayStation 4 Pro, you're looking at 30 frames per second, but it's not necessarily like a true 4K. It's more something that's acting like a 4K, but not true 4K. So there's only 30 frames per second with the PlayStation, 60 frames per second with the Xbox X, and it's true 4K. A 2.3 CPU chip in it versus with the PlayStation, I think it's only like at a 1.4. I don't got that one wrote down. Yeah. But the CPU chip is a lot better. Still one terabyte hard drive. Now my question is with the hard drive. A lot of times the computers, they run 72 RPMs, 54 RPMs, and different Barracudas or whatnot.
Yeah.
Now the gaming, by these gaming systems getting a lot better, why we're not switching over to solid states?
I think that's going to come down the line personally. We've had this discussion a lot.
Yeah.
And I think because we're dealing with Xbox, which is Microsoft, and we're dealing with the fact that Microsoft is eventually trying to make the console that's going to control our whole house.
True.
And this is just the next step. This is just what my whole situation. I think that solid states, we need to check the pricing. I think a lot of things that they're trying to do, solid states may cost more money because normally, even when you're a builder, you know that when you get that solid state drive, that's a more expensive package.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they've gotten to the point where they've been able to make it to mass produce that at any great level.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the way I look at it when it comes to the solid state drive.
And then they got like MM SATAs and MME MME SATAs. You got those, and the price on solid states are coming down a lot too.
Yeah,
all that stuff is coming down. So I mean that'll be pretty good if they can have solid states built into the consoles instead of shipping these consoles with just standard hard drives. And because with the solid states and the M SATA .2s and all those, man, the speed loading up this stuff is a lot quicker. So imagine loading up your console with a lot of this stuff like that. That'd be awesome, man. That's one of the things I definitely was wondering about. Pretty soon, probably down the line, we'll probably get that. You're looking at 12 gigs of DDR5 RAM in the Xbox X versus with the PlayStation 4 Pro DDR5 RAM, you only have 8 gigs. And technically 7 because one of the 8 gigs is in the PS4 Pro is dedicated to something like maintenance or with the background using the software and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that full 12 gigs of DDR5 is all for the Xbox. That's now for my technical people out there. Yes, this is a broadcast thing. For the technical people out there, man, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
If anybody has a PC running about 6 gigs of RAM versus, let's say my PC is running 8 gigs of RAM, your PC is running 12, and you're running 4K gaming on it, which PC you think gonna run better? Man, that one that got more RAM on it, man. Yeah. So by this Xbox having all this powerful tech on it, man, with them 12 gigs of and mention that's DDR5.
Yeah.
PCs are just now in DDR4. 4 is the normal consumer rate. So with the consoles are already moving to that DDR5, man, that's pretty exciting, man. That's gonna be some good things to see in the gaming world.
And see, and that gets to another point that when you look at it, basically Xbox is getting you up to the threshold. I feel like when the prices drop on things like storage and stuff, we'll see, and even with the hard drive size and everything like that, we'll see those things implemented, because as you can see, they're ahead of the game in RAM, because they know, and they're going to make you pay for it, because they know they need that RAM to push the things that they're going to be doing. You see what I mean?
True.
So yeah.
And one other thing, man, the 4K Blu-ray player with Xbox X, that they're gonna have that in the Xbox X. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm Team Sony, man, but the disappointment with Sony with the PlayStation 4 Pro, they didn't have a 4K Blu-ray player in it. I didn't understand why they didn't do that. That was a letdown. But with the new PlayStation 4 Pro, they have, with the new update, I think it's update 4.5. They have what you call a booster mode on it, to where they're kind of tuning up to of the graphics and stuff when you're playing a 40% boost on majority of the games is on the PlayStation. That's pretty good, but not to mention that, keep in mind, to get that full 4K gaming for the PlayStation 4 Pro, you have to have a 4K TV. Now with the Xbox X, you don't.
Yeah, see.
That's the good change about the Xbox X. You don't have to have a 4K TV. Even if you have a standard 1080p TV, your games are still going to look better. And this is another nugget I got on here. The Xbox X, man, you can play. It plays all of the Xbox games.
See,
Xbox OG, Xbox 360, Xbox One. It plays all of them.
And see, that's what I like. Backwards compatibility to your entire catalog. Nintendo, are you listening?
Are you listening?
Is everybody listening? I need the backwards compatibility.
Yes.
Because it's ridiculous.
Yes.
There's a secondary game market that you would get a lot of people to buy your new game system just to play some old games that they can just go and get from the secondhand stores like Second and Charles or eBay or something.
Yep.
And like people, they say, whatever, nobody wants to do it. You don't know what anybody wants to do. People are still paying 16-bit games, dude. People are buying the old Atari system to play games. People just want to, they'll play some old stuff just to play it.
True.
Some people will do it for nostalgia. Some people will do it because that game is no longer being put out and they wanted to play that particular game. And that's something that I think opportunities are often missed by people. They getting away from backwards compatibility is a pretty much a middle finger to the consumer, in my opinion.
And that's what PlayStation did, man. They gave us, me, diehard fan of Sony, man. They gave us the middle finger when they tried to give us PlayStation Now to make us pay for games like the PS3 games. They tried to make us pay for that. Yeah. Like perfect example. All of the Resident Evils, bro. I got all of the Resident Evils.
Yep.
And I can't play them on the PS4. And then when you do the re-release of them, or you try to get me to repay for them on PlayStation Now, that's not right, man.
Exactly.
That's not right.
That's what I'm saying.
Man. Backwards capability is everything for a console.
Exactly.
So I think for when the Xbox X come out, man, for them to have, they already got the upper hand because of that backwards capability.
Yep.
And another nugget that the Xbox X has, you can play it anywhere. Meaning you can go to your PC and play your Xbox X games.
Yep.
That is going to be the introduction of, hey, we slime now. Microsoft is playing their ace. They're playing their ace cards right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to touch off to the next.
We're going to take this relationship to the next level. Giggity goo. Stick around.